So basically, you want fanboy bait.
No, I'm not even. It's not.
Yeah, you do. You want a reason to be like, look at what my system can do.
No,
as well.
That's not it, Nia. I'm making an assessment and why I'm saying Nintendo needs to be thankful for CD Projekt Red. It doesn't. I just watched a dude talk about me for an hour, for 20 minutes about my video. 2 videos of mine, and I'm laughing with him, calling me a fanboy.
Well, it was a good thing that I edited out all your long pauses there, Levelhead, because after every other word, when you were going like, I have been provoked, you sat there and had a pause for like a good 3 seconds almost after every word. So if I didn't sit there and edit that out, it would have been 40 minutes instead of 20 minutes. But guys, they actually tried to come for your boy. They got a little triggered that I said that Mario Kart World was AA instead of AAA. Let's see if they can disprove me. And just to give you guys a hint towards the end, they actually start proving my point for me. So I don't even really have to react to this one. You guys can just watch the whole live stream and it'll sit there and show for you.
Keith got into a back and forth, which plays really into what we just got done talking about. A lot of people don't see, a few people are saying Mario Kart World is not a AAA title.
Because it's not.
So Keith was in the back and forth in the comment section with I don't know who.
Yes, sir. I should have found the video that we were talking about. The Angry Vigilante show. Is that the one? That's the one you was on, right? The dude that talked about you?
Oh, they brought me up. Let's hope they say something nice about me.
I was like, so, because he had mentioned in the video that Mario Kart World was AA.
Because it is.
And I was like, why do you say that? And of course, the first thing he immediately went to was visuals, kind of going to your point on the last topic.
I honestly do not even remember commenting with this guy, but I'm pretty positive I didn't just only go to visuals. You know, I generally say that there are other things involved when it comes to making a AAA title. Yes, visuals are one of them, but also, you know, voice acting, full dialogue voice acting, that all has stuff to play, and also a story mode. All that stuff has something to play in a AAA game.
He immediately went to visuals. And I'm like, I can't say that because the quality.
I understand that you can't, but I will teach you to be able to accept it.
The production value of Mario Kart.
They reused a lot of assets.
The quality, the teams, the resources, everything that they had to do to pull in.
They reused a lot of assets. All they had to do was take Forza Motorsport, take the open world concept, take Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, take Tony Hawk Pro Skater tricks, and throw it into one. That's all they had to do. It wasn't like this was like built completely from the ground up and it's like the most revolutionary thing of its kind.
To make Mario Kart World, and then we just got that huge developer conversation today about what they did to get that game running and working the way that it is.
You know, and people also like to say, oh, well, the reason why it's probably worth $80, I know that they didn't, but another reason why people like to say it's $80 is like, oh, well, because of how long it took to make the game. You do realize they didn't sit there and take that whole time to make the game. The game was postponed when they realized that they could not make it for the Switch 1.
So I just wanted to bring it to you guys to see what your thoughts were on, is Mario Kart a AA game?
No, it is not.
And what makes a AAA and AA game?
Yeah, that's what I was finna ask. I would say for me personally, I always consider Mario Kart because of the popularity of the game and the where Nintendo positions Mario Kart. They treated like a AAA game to me.
Xbox marketed Hellblade 2 as a AAA game, but we all know it's a AA game, so that makes no sense there, Levelhead.
Assets and graphics and all that stuff, and we trying to say only these type of games are considered AAA because of graphic fidelity.
Graphics are a part of it. There are other stuff that are lacking, like voice acting, and I'm not talking about, it's Mario counts, okay? I'm talking about full dialogue voice acting. That's what it needs. It needs an actual story and campaign mode.
I don't think that's it shouldn't be one-to-one in that, or
no, it should.
How we judge a AAA game shouldn't be strictly on visual fidelity or graphic presentation.
No, it shouldn't. Not just visual fidelity, because Hellblade 2 looks amazing and it ain't no damn AAA game.
So for me, it's a AAA game.
I understand you are entitled to be wrong, Levelhead.
A game like Sonic Racing is a AA game.
Yes, and it looks just as good as Mario Kart World.
Because to me, when you look at the pristine controls, all the attention that Nintendo puts into a Mario Kart,
I'm pretty certain, looking at that new Sonic game or that Sonic racing game that you sat there and mentioned, it looks like it has all that too, and it's AA, just like you said. I didn't even go look it up. I'm just going to take your word on it.
To me, that's what make it AAA. So it kind of plays into the last conversation. And that's why I'm saying I'm not saying something that I don't want what I'm saying to be misconstrued.
Oh, because I'm watching this right now.
Nintendo AAA is AAA because of the controls, the gameplay, the quality that's placed into the game is what makes the game AAA to me. Visually, no, it may not. In some cases, it might not even look better than Sonic Racing visually.
Oh, boom. Now he's sitting there saying that it doesn't even look as good as Sonic Racing. Well, he said it might not look as good as Sonic Racing. So come on, even you in your mind wants to say it's AA, but you can't.
But when you get under the hood and you get into all the other aspects of the game, it outperforms in every shape and form.
Can you please explain? I mean, what does it outperform in?
All other kart racers because of the AAA quality put in the game, the attention to detail. So I would say it's a AAA game. That's my opinion.
Of course you would. Even though it's missing a story mode, most likely. The game isn't out yet, but I do believe it's missing a story mode. Because if it did have an actual story mode, that's something that Nintendo should have marketed on. But Nintendo is horrible at marketing. I think everybody can agree with that one. But if you do remember, there was Diddy Kong Racing that had a story mode to it.
Why is everybody quiet?
Because they're scared that they're going to get the smoke.
Okay, so maybe my misunderstanding of what's AA and what's AAA is wrong. But I always assume that.
Well, you know what assuming can lead to.
The difference between a AAA game and a AA game was the amount of resources poured into a game, the budget of a game.
Well, you don't even know the exact budget of the game because it's not like Nintendo's ever going to say it. But even with Levelhead, he literally pointed out a AA game like Sonic Crossworlds and literally sat there and said it may not look as good as Sonic Crossworlds.
How many people it requires to create the game.
Oh yeah, they bring the developers into it, then they sit there and look at how many people created The Last of Us. Just wait till you find out.
Am I wrong in that?
Yes, you are wrong about Mario Kart World being a AAA game.
When we classify like a AAA versus a AA game, like what's the quantifier for what's a AAA? What's AA?
You want me to give you some factors? All right.
Yes, please do.
Me and ChatGPT was having a quick chat conversation, and what makes up a AAA game?
Oh yes, because ChatGPT is always correct. Don't worry, I will allow it. Continue.
These are usually games that reference high budget, high profile games.
You don't even know what the budget is for Mario Kart World.
So one aspect of it is high development, high marketing budget.
To my knowledge, they have done a horrible job at marketing this game. We've done most of the marketing for them.
So this includes large development teams, large development cycles.
When it comes to how long it took to develop the game, you don't exactly know how long it took because they sat there and postponed the game during the cycle.
The marketing behind said games.
The marketing was terrible.
It's usually backed by major publishing.
Okay, so far you've said one thing correct about it being, or it might be a AAA game. It was backed by a Nintendo publisher, but let's not forget, Xbox also publishes games, or Microsoft technically, and they publish AA games also.
High production value. So this is usually using higher end graphics, detailed environments, professional voice acting.
To my knowledge, there was no real voice acting, and we don't know how much it cost to make. And even Levelhead himself believes that the Sonic Racing game might be graphically better.
Cinematic storytelling.
To my knowledge, there's no cinematic storytelling.
High quality in design and music.
Okay, I'll give you the music, but there have also been Expedition 33, prime example. That music is amazing.
And then a smaller piece of it is why the platform is released on.
There are indie games that release on the Nintendo platform, so that defeats your argument right there.
The sales expectations is also one of them. AAA games often sell in the millions.
Explain Expedition 33, please.
And then post-launch support. games that's usually considered AAA.
They're doing post-launch support for Expedition 33, so please explain.
It says also AAA does not guarantee quality. So just because it's AAA, doesn't mean that quality as anything that.
Well, we all knew that one. Just look at Princess Peach Showtime.
Right. Scale of the game, how much you're investing in the game.
You don't even know what Nintendo's budget is for the game, so you can't use that.
So those are the quantifying factors of a AAA game.
Okay, so to your standards, it might have met 2 of them, but with all of that, guess what? Expedition 33 exceeded all those standards you just said.
Well, I would say then yes, Mario Kart World is a AAA game.
Right, that's what I was saying.
Because I feel like
Well, you can feel like however you want, but we literally just went over it, or I just went over it with you and explained literally only 2 of those Mario Kart World meets, but a AA game meets all of those standards that he just named off.
I feel like Mario Kart is definitely a AAA game because it's definitely one of those games that Nintendo definitely does put a pretty hefty development cycle behind.
You yourself don't even know how long that development cycle was because during part of it, they did postpone it.
Apparently, Mario Kart World was in development for like 8 years.
8 years, yeah.
And it was postponed for part of it.
And then, like, I don't know for sure about Mario Kart World, but I know, like, in previous Mario Kart games, they will pull in people from, like, different development teams to help. Like, they pulled in Retro Studios to help, I know, a few times.
Don't tell your brethren Harmon Smith that because he doesn't like Western developers like Retro Studios.
I don't believe the teams are that big for Mario Kart.
I don't think Nintendo teams are
huge.
I don't think
they're big for Nintendo standards.
That's what I'm saying.
No. We're not moving the goalpost. You can't sit there and say, oh, well, for Nintendo, their teams aren't that big, but it's big for them. But the rest of the AAA developers, they have much bigger teams. No, that's not the way it works.
It says Breath of the Wild was roughly 300 people.
And I can see Breath of the Wild was a AAA game.
So Mario Kart 8, you said was 150 K-Bomb?
Yeah, it says
Levelhead, I heard that. Mario Kart 8 was not AAA.
So while Level's looking that up, basically, brother, if you can hear my voice, you talking nonsense.
It was at this moment he knew. He fucked up.
It's definitely
Wait, hold up. So the team that developed The Last of Us Part 2 consisted of over 2,000 people.
Boom, mic drop there. Yeah, that's what I thought. 2,000 people. And you're going to sit there and say, like, what was it, 200 people I think you sat there and said from Mario Kart World? Boom.
2,000 people. So for Nintendo, that's a AAA game for them, but...
No. Don't you do it, Levelhead. Don't you try to move that goalpost. You sat there and tried to use the development team as a reasoning to prove your argument, and it fell flat on its face when you realized what The Last of Us was.
Looking at the factors that we kind of gone over, looked about what we talked about, and we do have to take into account that Nintendo development size is definitely different than...
Nah, it doesn't matter. You can't sit there and move the goalpost. I'm not going to let you move that damn goalpost, okay? You guys tried so hard to prove that argument, make it seem like I was wrong, and then when you look at the development teams, you fell flat on your face when you brought up The Last of Us. You probably should have just ended it there and didn't look up The Last of Us, but you played yourself.
Some of the others. And this game's been in development for 8 years and published by a major publisher. I definitely would put...
And again, during that 8 years, part of it, the game was postponed.
Mario Kart World in the AAA title.
Would we say that Cyberpunk 2077 is a AAA title?
Yes, even still to this day, it would be considered a AAA title. But unfortunately, Mario Kart World is not.
The Expedition 33 as an indie studio trying to make a AAA game.
But it's not. It's AA. Just wait till you find out.
However, comma, only 30-something people made that game.
You know, see, if I was there, I literally wouldn't have to say a thing. I could have just let them kept spoken. Do you notice? They're trying so hard to prove their argument, and then when they keep pulling up information, it's literally disproving what they're saying. But just wait until they find out that it's actually a AA game. Just wait till you see what they try to do.
The thing with Expedition 33 is very much a AA game, but they have a lot of talent.
See, she just sat there and said it. It's a AA game.
Well, I would say this and then, I'm sorry, Level.
No, you're good.
I want to finish my thought.
Mm-hmm.
Expedition 33 is basically what, and this is hilarious to me because now every time I think about THQ, I think about K-Bomb and that big old long list. But Expedition 33 is very much giving what like the THQs of the world used to do for us back in the day.
Doesn't matter what it's giving, still AA.
It seemed like the industry need to reset what we consider a AAA game is, and maybe the criteria what K-Bum read needs to be scrapped and rethought, because a lot of the games that we like, what you just said, near the game you're playing, what is Expedition 33? To me, looking at that game, that looked like a AAA game to me. And
No. We're not redefining or moving the goalpost, level head. You guys literally lost that own argument, and I wasn't even there to argue with you guys about it. That's the horrible part. You guys really did the job for me. You guys literally went against your own argument, trying to pull facts. If you guys just would have kept talking and never looked up information, you guys might have actually won it. But you guys did all the work for me, so thank you very much. No, we're not going to redefine what a AA and AAA game is, so it makes you feel better that Mario Kart World is a AAA game. Well, that's it for my reaction. Let me know down in the comments if you agree with me or not. Please like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, stay vigilant.